Good morning, everybody. Today, let us have a class on group discussion. Let us discuss about group discussion, how to participate in a group discussion, the do's and don'ts in a group discussion. So, what is a group discussion? Otherwise, what's a discussion group? A discussion group is a group of individuals with similar interests who gather either formally or informally to bring up ideas, solve problems, or give comments. The major approaches are in person, via conference call, or website. A group discussion plays an important role to get admission into a college or to get a job placement. Group discussion evaluates whether the candidate has certain personality traits and skills that is befitting the task. So now let us look into the common mistakes that we commit during a group discussion. Look at this picture. We have around 5-6 people here, and everybody is in their own views, in their own ideas and things. So now let us have a close look at this picture for 1 minute or so, and try to identify what each and every character is thinking on. Maybe towards the end of this PowerPoint, I'll again show this picture and will tell you my own interpretations of what these pictures, what these characters are doing. Kindly have a look at this for 1 minute. Have an idea on what each and every character is thinking. Okay, shall we move on to the next slide? Look at this picture. What this character is about to do. Outburst of emotions or anger. This is one common thing when we do in a GD, when we are not for the topic, or when we are not for something like what the other person is talking, or when somebody is refuting our ideas, we tend to get anger, or we would like to outburst of emotion will be there very naturally, but you have to have a control over that. And what is this? Talking too much. Avoid this. When a topic is known to us, we would like to contribute more on that, but others might not be interested. It is a discussion and everybody has to have a part in it. So always make your point precise and clear. And what is this? Yeah, this is egotism or showing off. And to impress people, we want to show that we know much, and we start giving them statistics, numbers and all that. But of course it's good to give that, but make sure that you're not giving fake figures or fake statistics to impress others. The information what you give should not be wrong. It should be very authentic, and even then you need not give lots of information, lots of figures. Make it very short, and whatever is essential can be added, others can be avoided. And what is this? Yeah, grabbing attention. This kind of attention seeking arises from the desire to be the first, and in the act of seeking attention, we behave in the wrong way. So that need not be done. If you need attention from others, if you are on the right side and if you are giving the right conceptual points, people will be giving their attention to you. And what is this? This is nervousness. When we are about to talk in a discussion, we tend to become nervous, but try to avoid that. Maybe don't show out your nervousness, which means that you are not competent enough to be in the group. So even if you're nervous, please don't show it outwardly. Try to conceal it. But practice will make you come out of the nervousness. So always it's good to have group discussion among your friends and all that. Might be the topic will be different whatever they give, but like whenever before going into a GD, take all your practice sessions very seriously. These mistakes may seem very insignificant, but they are very important in corporate life. For example, how one speaks, treats others may seem natural to the individual, but may be interpreted as arrogance by the panelists. This is something that is innate in the character, and no amount of training can fix it except the personal efforts. Which means that if you're nervous in a group, it is innate in your character. You cannot come out of it all of a sudden. Okay, I have a discussion today, I'll speak without any stumbling, without any nervousness. That is not possible unless and until you have your personal efforts, you have your enough training. Fine. So now let us know something about things to do during a group discussion. That the first part was like what are the common mistakes we do, and this what ought to be done. So look at this. Looking pleasant. Speak pleasantly and politely to the group so that everyone will adhere to you. What is this? Respect and recognize the contribution of every member. Only then they'll recognize what you're speaking, they'll respect your feelings, right? And it is not that sometimes people say that, ma'am, I respect everybody's point, that is why I keep quiet and I listen to them, but that is not enough. Always show it with a nod or a smile so that people will understand that you are listening to them, and they'll do so when you speak. Agreeing or disagreeing, whatever it is, agree and acknowledge whatever you find interesting. Say, yes, I do agree with them, and with that you can follow the other point. But it is not necessary that for each and every point you should say, I'm agreeing, yes, I agree, and all that. That's a common mistake what many do. So if you really find something you agree, and if you feel that you're going to add a secondary point to that first point, tell them that you have agreed, and you start your next point. And when you have to disagree to something, disagree politely, because it is a discussion and not an argument. Be firm but gracious. You have to tell that it is not agreeable, it is bad or something like that, but never make it like a fight or never make it like a combat. Make it very firm, but be very gracious, telling them that I am not for it. Revise. That's the basic mantra here. Do a mental revision of what you're going to say. Think of how you can best answer the question or contribute to the topic. So once the topic is given to you, that might be a known topic or an unknown topic, have all the ideas within you. Try to like synchronize or chronologize your topics. Try to like revise what you're going to say in each and every round. What is this? Stick to the theme of the discussion and not wander into other discussion. Do not try to give irrelevant information and try to take the group out of the discussion, which might be a negative point towards you. So always bring back, and even if somebody goes out of the topic and if someone wants to bring them to the topic again, and if you are able to lead the discussion, then for sure you are getting an extra mark for that. Always follow the GD etiquettes when speaking. These tips for a successful GD will not only up your chances of getting ahead of your fellow participants, but also give you the huge advantage of being noticed by the panelists for your sheer compatibility. So now, look at the picture which I showed you there. Now it is in the brown shade. Look at the person who is standing there with his forefinger pointing up. He feels that I'm right, I know everything. This attitude is also very bad when you like speak. You can tell a point, but it is not that you should have an attitude like I know everything. Look at the person sitting right to the person who is standing. The girl, she thinks, when will I get a chance to speak? She's waiting for a chance. She is not into the discussion. She's waiting for a chance and she wants to articulate whatever she has in mind. This kind of thinking will lead, these kind of people will take you out of the discussion. Otherwise, they'll be repeating the points like whatever others are saying and all that. So that should not happen. And if you want, you have to be into the part of the discussion, wait for your chance, and you should grab the chance and you should talk. Because the person next, sitting to the girl, his points are invalid. This is also a negative thought which is to be avoided. Though you feel his points are not good or it is invalid or something like that, never have a throughout negative feeling. Try to tell them that you can even substantiate your point with some points and make them feel that what he has done is wrong or what he has spoken is wrong or something like that. It is not that have a thorough block saying that no, you're invalid. That is also not possible. Now we'll come to the person who is sitting to the left of the person who is standing. I should change my view. He could be right. This is a very dangerous stand. Maybe in the beginning of the discussion you felt that maybe against the topic is fine, but once the discussion is happening, you have also registered in the beginning that no, I'm against the topic, I don't want this to happen and all that. But when you are in the discussion, through the discussion, you feel that the stand you have taken is wrong. It is better, I will move to the for. I don't want to be in the against. But this decision, even if you feel that this is not good or something like that, don't try to change it. Be on the against side till the discussion is done. Once the discussion is done, later you can change your views. Maybe the next group discussion you can change. Once if you change your attitude in between, people might feel that you're inconsistent, and that will be a negative point to you. They'll feel that you'll not take up your stand and you'll not stand by that. So it's better not to change your views even if it is wrong. Fine. And the next thing is look at the lady sitting next to the boy who is standing. I am not interested. This is around 20% of the group discussion. Students in the group discussion take this stand and they will not talk up, and that is not going to help you out. Even if you are not interested in the topic, or if you don't feel that this topic is valid or something like that, don't go for it. You have to participate yourself in a group discussion so that others will evaluate you, and that will be of more help to you. Now we'll move on to the things to not do during a group discussion. So what is this? Losing temper. Don't lose your temper. Always have this in mind. It is a group discussion. It is not an argument. You need not lose your temper. You can always tell your points very carefully and tell your points very smoothly and make others understand. What is this? No one is deaf there, so use a moderate tone and a medium pitch. So when we are very authentic and when we really want to speak something up, it's an art. We just start shouting. We want to make our point very clear. We use a very high pitch. That sometimes make others feel that you're so arrogant and you're not a very good person. So avoid that. Always use a medium pitch, and at the same time, please do not use a very low voice where others cannot listen to you, where others cannot even hear you. Then you will be in trouble. So always you use a medium pitch, how others will also listen to you very clearly. So what is this? Pointing, finger pointing. Gestures like finger pointing and table thumping can appear very aggressive. So limit your body gestures. Never do all such things during a discussion. Dominate the discussion. Never try to dominate the discussion. Confident speakers should allow the quieter a chance to speak up and to contribute. It is not that by dominating discussion you become a leader or you become a lead speaker, not that. If you're confident enough, you'll allow others to speak, and from that you'll take up points and you'll lead the discussion. That's the right way to dominate a discussion, I think. And what is this? Drawing too much on personal experience or anecdote. Sometimes when the topic is too personally connected to you, you tend to do this. It is not that you should not use your personal experiences or anecdotes, but don't draw too much on it. Like nobody is interested in knowing what has happened to you. It is more about the topic. So it's better always avoid your personal experiences or anecdotes in a group discussion. Interrupting. Do not interrupt when someone else is speaking. Wait for a speaker to finish before you speak. Alright? It is not that like you are going to get your chance. You have to wait till till the other speaker finishes, and always you can say, I have a point to say, and you can start your talking. Okay, right. So now we'll have brushing up like important points to remember in a group discussion. Listen and then talk. Always be precise and clear and let others speak. This will show your communication skills to the panelists. Read consistently. Knowledge will make you confident and convincing. This will be a chance to show your knowledge and ideas to others. Display tactics and skill during the discussion. Have knowledge and understanding on varied topics and motivate and influence others. This will enable you to show that you are capable to coordinate and lead. Listen first, articulate well, lead the discussion, and treat every member with respect. This will give room for exchanging thoughts. Dress conservatively, use a formal and simple language to address the group, and maintain group discussion etiquette. This will lead to address the group as a whole. Read voraciously so that your thoughts come to you very naturally. Thorough preparations will help you do this. Let us have a look at few general topics here, like reservations in private sector, corruptions is the price we pay for democracy, educational qualifications for politicians, need for good leaders in India, should voters be given a voter choice. All these are general topics, and many companies, like the first round of the GD, or if there are many people who are appearing for GD, they give general topics like this. Let us have a look at few technical topics over here. The validity of science lies in its power to predict. Nuclear power, good for increasing power demands. Mobile phones, a requirement of the day. The internet is the internet is for the benefit of the Indian middle class. Technology advancement and India's backwardness. These are the technical topics which are likely that you get during a group discussion. And here are few latest topics also. Are digital payments secure enough for the Indian economy to go cashless? Is it ethical for doctors to go on strike? Are mobile towers in residential areas harmful? Should national anthem be played in the cinema halls? Ban liquor sale on highways to lessen accidents. These are the latest topics, and most of the group discussions are done only on the current topics to avoid monotony or to avoid copying up from Google and all that. So it's better always you're good with the latest current topics. Always be sure on what is happening around you, so that you will you'll excel in your group discussion. Look at this topic: black money in India. Like you can start your discussion with all these thoughts inside you. Like black money in India is a serious issue hampering the country's growth. The best way forward is to have strict checks in place. Events like demonetization has been helpful, but better laws, better processes, more digitalization, more power to the income tax department, etc. are the best way to go forward. Government should raid secure havens like Swiss banks, and strict punishment should be given to those who are avoiding taxes. Facts related to the discussions. Black money is the money unaccounted for, that is, money on which tax is not paid. Black money is used for illegal activities, extremist activities which leads to corruption, bribery, etc. India has approximately 2 billion US dollars black money in Swiss banks. This is what I told you, like for the statistical details. This you have to check whether this is good or all that. After demonetization exercise, more than 65,000 rupees crore black money was declared in India. Means to curb black money. You can use more cashless transactions, digitalization of Indian banks, more power to the income tax department, changing existing practices in sectors like real estate, education, etc., educating citizens about ill effects of black money, strict punishment to the defaulters. Like you can take points like this and you can share with them for the discussion on means to curb black money and all that. So thank you for attending the session, and we'll have a real group discussion in the classroom on on some of the topics. Maybe topics we'll discuss there and we'll have it. So thank you for listening. Thank you so much.